rockets. There's evidence that they're firing a lot of these rockets in the weeks since they've been supplied, and keeping that supply open will be crucial in the coming weeks and months.
Tom, there's videos circulating showing an explosion at a Russian ammunition depot. Ukrainian officials say they struck it on Sunday with those weapons provided by the U.S. Will this be enough, these weapons, to fight off Russian forces in the long term?
Well, what these weapons are allowing the Ukrainians to do is debilitate the war machine, effectively, that is pushing the offensive principally in the Donbass in the east of Ukraine. So if they hit command and control centers, ammunition depots, that weakens Russians' ability in that offensive. But at the moment, the Ukrainians are being overpowered by the Russians out in the eastern Donbass. That is an artillery fight. We've spoken to Ukrainian soldiers and a US veteran fighting for the Ukrainians recently back from the front line. They paint a bleak picture that the Ukrainians are pinned down all the time. The Russians have control of the skies. They've got drones up there giving them eyes down onto the Ukrainian troops. One key caveat now from Western officials on this briefing I've just come off is that what the Ukrainians have done now is retreat. Western officials believe that was the right move to save soldiers' lives. And they now say that the Ukrainians have straightened the front line. Before, they were almost encircled by the Russian forces. That's much harder to defend against. The hope of Western officials now is that a straighter front line could be more resistant to Russian forces in the coming weeks and months.
So, Tom, Russia claiming that it destroyed 2 of Ukraine's 4 HIMARS launchers. Ukraine has denied that, calling the claim a deliberate fake. Is this another example of Russian propaganda about the war?
Quite possibly, Deirdre. We see a lot of claims from the Russian side every day about destroying this piece of military equipment, that piece of military equipment. The Russians do lie on a continual basis in terms of their propaganda in relation to Ukraine. US officials calling this particular claim a fake. Western officials I was speaking to recently also backing up that line. It's hard to judge exactly which details are true, which details are false, but there's no evidence. We're not getting video on social media that we can verify, for example, to actually back up this claim.
Tom, thank you so much. Tom Suki-Burridge there for us in Kyiv. Coming up, preparing to bury her baby brother.